Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, SheckMade. Still pretty new at this, so bear with me. This is a journal I started on the 18th with beautiful angel digitals from Hither and Yon Studio here on YouTube, and she's got a Facebook, and they're beautiful angels. So I wanted to create a prayer journal or a faith journal. So I started it on the 18th, and I've been working on it a little bit, and I have some things that I want to add to it. So the angels, and then I have the papers that I used in there is this rose papers, but I'm not sure exactly where I got them. If I can remember where I got them from, I will add it in the description. And it's just beautiful roses. You'll see the pages in here. And I also am using these words, faith words, that are from My Porch Prints, and you can get them on their Etsy. And it's just a page with all beautiful words that you can cut out and add to your books. Excuse me. Of course I had to sneeze. Sorry. And then I also have these stickers that I'm going to add in there. And I'll be adding things, but it'll be a journal for me to write what I'm feeling, what I'm going through, or, you know, just something to show my faith in, feel my faith in. So I'll start by opening it. I had already started it. I'll link some pictures to how I did the cover and how I did all this. And if there's any way you want to learn how to, if you want me to do a video on anything that you already see here, let me know and I'll do it. I made some dangles that I'm going to clip on here. So one of the dangles is hope. One's a family tree. Angel wings, because of course the angel. And then this is just an extra piece of the cloth that I used. But I will clip these on for dangles afterwards. So I'll put those aside for now. And then this has a little tag, faith. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. And it's just, you can journal on it. Nice little tuck spot in the cover. And then I already have some things that I'm going to add that I'm going to work on today. So I'm going to add these. I'll just do a quick little flip through. These beautiful pages. I'm not sure where these came from, but if I can find the link, I will link them also. But they're absolutely stunning. Some coffee dyed papers. It's more of Hither and Yon's angels. And these are just some watercolor tags that I made in a drawing. I haven't drawn in years. So I was drawing for a little bit, sketching in these gorgeous, gorgeous rose papers. And some music sheets I printed out. I'll just do a quick flip through. I've put in a couple of things of where I want to place some stuff. And this is just an envelope that I clipped on, but it also is a pocket for a journal card. I did some sewing, some washi. This is a great little double-sided notepad, but it's magnetic. And Julia at Camilla Crafts did a tutorial on this maybe a week or two ago. So I made one of those, and you just throw it over the page. And the magnets, keep it on there. Look at how beautiful these are. And then this is something that we're gonna decorate and add. A little angel paper clip, another envelope. I just like adding a little bit of stitching on the edges of pages somewhere. And then another pocket that you can put stuff in. Dictionary page. I looked for words that have to do with, so this is religion. A little doily. And this is just added in after. So lots of pages to write in, lots of pages to decorate. These are going to be little corner. I'm going to make a double pocket out of that. What else? Tracing paper. This is another watercolor that I did. I'm not new. I'm very new to watercolor, so. And then this is just an envelope that had an extra long window. So I folded it, decorated it up, and I'm going to put it in here with some washi tape to keep it in here, which I think will look beautiful. And then again, some more pages. And then we're going to work on these. This was a jelly print that I printed, and then I backed it on some coffee dyed paper. And we're gonna tuck that in there. We're gonna do something with this dictionary page on the edge. And then we're just gonna continue to work on this beautiful book. And then with the Last Supper, I didn't plan that. That happens to be the last page in the book, and it is the Last Supper, so. And then we're gonna put something special here that I put in every book that I use, that I make. So let's get started. So I have some distress ink and a dauber. I have a bone folder, a knife, scissors. I'm gonna end up moving those. I have a little dish that I keep of things that I'm making, or that I'm using for the kit. So I made this cute little paperclip dangle to dangle, and then some other things that I might use, I might not use, things that I've already used that I've just added in here. So I keep that while I'm working, and then I keep this great little box that I'm gonna do a video for these. I'm sure there's a million out there, but it's just painted, Mod Podged with a napkin. So I like to keep all my stuff that I'm working with right at the ready. So let's get started and do something in this beautiful book. So to start, I'm going to add this. I have this burlap paper. Came in a 12 by 12 paper pad. So I'm going to glue this right here so we can stick a tag in, and then we can decorate it up after. I'm not going to be decorating too many of the pockets and items because I want to be able to do it while I am using the book. You know, while I'm journaling or jotting down something, or, you know, if I feel I want to put a sticker, or, you know, so be whatever it is. So for glues, I have glue stick. I like this Scotch glue stick. I've tried the Oohoo, but I'm not a fan. I like this one. And 3-in-1 or Fabri-Fix, Fabri-Tac. I think I use Fabri-Fix. No, I don't think there's a big difference between them. And then Baileyards. Not Baileyards, I'm sorry. Art glitter glue that I just put in this little bottle. So I'm going to start. I don't think that this will take a distress, like to distress the edges of this. Oh, maybe it will. Oh, that's pretty. So I'm going to just distress this a tiny bit. And I just sewed around the edges. And I like to keep some strings. I like when the strings are hanging. Personally, it's a personal choice. Some people like to cut them off and keep it all nice and neat. I like to have it a little messy. Not even messy, it just says that it's sewn. It gives texture, it adds decoration. So I'm just gonna hold where I don't want the glue to go. And then I'm just gonna, I put my 3-in-1 in the Sugar Bells bottle, and it's so much better. And I will go over the stitches a little bit because those will stick up. So I just do this. And then you can just tack it down where you want. I like to hold it for a second. And then you can definitely decorate this pocket up. You know, with a word or with some cheesecloth or lace or ribbon. Let's see what I have here. You know, you could put this here and put a word on it, and then it just decorates the pocket a little bit. I'm not ready to do that yet. I'm just gonna be putting in what I want to put in, and that's it. Now we have a pocket. So, and I'm not going to fill every page. I like a big full journal when I do it. I'll add something to this and maybe distress it, but I'm not about decorating it right now. I just want to add my things in. So also, let's go with what I have in here already, because I have a whole bunch of things over here that I do want to add. But I do have some spots where I've placed items that I do want to add in. If I can find them. I should have knocked them out better. All right, this we're going to decorate. We're going to come back to this. This envelope is not finished yet. So let's do this real quick. It's my little angel. It's cute. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm not sure. I like to ink. I don't like to ink everything you'll see, but I do like the look of the inked items because, I don't know, it just gives it a little aged look and feel. You don't feel like you're gonna dirty a page. Or I don't feel like I'm going to dirty a page if I touch it. But if you like a pristine look, have at it. Just a quick little inky ink. And then, go to the edge. This rose paper is gorgeous. Love it. I'm going to do the insides here just because, in case it's not cut perfect, which it's not because I cut it. And you'll notice in the video I don't have a steady hand. There's tricks to getting a steady hand. And then I'm just going to ink this fold. Because I like, when you open it, you'll see. All right. Sorry, I had a little fan on. I get little hot flashes, so it might go back on. So then, whoop, whoop, get back here, run away. Little runaway. We'll set those over there for now, sorry. All right, so, let's just do it with this glitter glue. We're just gonna glue along the edges. Just a thin little line. And inking hides a little imperfections, which is pretty cool. So this envelope is finished, and we can tack it right back on here. I think that's where it's gonna live. But the great thing about this envelope is, with the paper clip, is it can move around to other places, because that's where it's gonna live for now. And then I have this other beautiful pocket that we're gonna put some stuff in. I have these rose journal cards that could go in here. But I'm gonna put a sticker on here. Trust in the Lord. I got these at Hobby Lobby a while back, and they're clear, so they're gonna look beautiful right in there. So I think that I want to use Ask, and it will be given. I think this is the one I want to put here. Matthew. And then it can still be written on here. We can add other things. These I want to add because it's a contrast, a nice contrast to this blue. What I also like to do is when I do my cover, just to flip back to this real quick, the papers I use to do my cover, I like to add into the book also, in parts. I'll add, whether it's a pocket or like this is the paper I used on the cover. So I like to incorporate it. And I just put a piece of cardstock behind this and then ripped it. These I'm going to ink. So this isn't really a tutorial of sorts. All it is really is a craft with me. So thanks for coming and looking and crafting with me. I hope you're crafting at the same time. So we're gonna glue that, and then I'm gonna glue this one here. And I've never done them like this before. I find when I do this, whatever's in the pocket tends to fall out because they're backed. So I figured by putting them together, it might give it a little more stability somehow. We'll see. If it's a fail, it's a fail. And then we can go back and decorate these. You can decorate them before you put them in. I just want to be able to decorate it as I go, you know, for what I'm feeling for the day, but I want to give it a head start to have some pockets and ideas. And so I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac for this. And I just put a little bit and a little bit. And then I'm going to put it where I want it. Now this one, I'm thinking about cutting that little piece so it stays flush. But yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it. I hope everybody's having a great day where you are. It's beautiful, sunny here. I'm in Massachusetts. So, Massachusetts weather, if you don't like it, they say, wait a minute, it'll change. So it's like going to be 70s today. Tomorrow, I think, is going to be 90s. So, or close to 90. It's going to be 80 something. And today is Tuesday, the 27th. So we'll hold these for a second. We'll let the glue grab. And this grabs pretty quick, this 3-in-1. I love it. It's a little expensive, but I love it because you can do fabric, you can do paper, it gets the job done. So I really enjoy working with that. Let's show what I'm gonna do here. All right, so this one, we're gonna add some washi tape, but I'm trying to decide what I want to use for washi, because if you are a journaler, junk journal maker, you have washi. I have washi, but I have a couple of these. I have 3. One with designs, one with colors, and one with like neutrals, maps, colors. So I'm trying to decide what I want to use for this, which I have this pretty red inside, burgundy, but I don't really have too much red in the book, the journal itself. So I'm trying to decide what I want to use. And this is pretty busy, so I don't want to use something too busy, which I think I'm going to use this green. And what's great about having this all on this, I have it on just this, what do they call this, twine. You can just pull it off, pull off how much you need, measure out what you need. This might be too thin. I like to go with a thicker piece, but that's all right. I'll start with this. And then with washi, I like to run it across my glue stick just to give it a little more permanent, that it will want to stay more permanent. And I just run it across there. And then I'm gonna line half of it here. And we can trim it. It's not right quite to the end, but that's okay. It's not supposed to be perfect. And then I'm gonna stick it right in here. So when it opens, it can open like a book. And then we're gonna do this side also. So I need another piece, which I'm gonna try and measure better. Give it a nice little fresh cut there. What's great about washi is you can put it on and take it off. So I'll just make a little mark where I want it to cut. And then again, run it across the glue stick. I just go get it started at the top, and then I just hold it with my thumb and run it over it. And then again, we're gonna put it, and I just push it down with my fingers because it'll stay. And now when I decorated this envelope, I was trying to cover as most as I could, but sorry for the interruption. That was my husband. So like I was saying, so it didn't cover everything, so I want to add a little bit of washi in here, and I think I'm going to use this because it kind of matches the distressing. So that's what I'm going to add there. But I'm going to come back to this roll soon because I'm going to use the gold for something back here, which I already had planned out. So you can always just place it down, and that's just about long enough. I mean, just about perfect, actually. I probably shouldn't have put it right there because I just pulled up ink because it's vintage music paper. So again, I just start it with a little bit of glue, and then I put my thumb and I just run it along it. And then I'm just going to cover this. I don't know why I cut it, but nothing's perfect. It's okay. I have another little piece here I can add, actually, to cover that. So now, this is an envelope, but there's a pocket here that you can see through. So when you put something in here, you'll be able to see it through the envelope. And then also pockets here, and the same on the other side. So you can put something pretty, you can put whatever you want in there. And then, so this was a great envelope. So I'm going to keep my eyes open for this kind of envelope in the future to recycle. So that was fun. And if you want to do those on a video together, leave a comment, let me know. We can work on something. If there's something you want to do, that give me some ideas for videos that you'd want to see. So this gel print, this jelly print, I did, and then I backed it on a piece of coffee dyed paper, but then I also drew on it with acrylic markers, and I'm in love with this piece, and I didn't want to waste it. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to washi it in here, but I'm doing it with this gold because there's beautiful little gold paint in here, metallic. So I'm going to do it with this gold color that I have, which is pretty neat. I got this idea for the washi tape from Hither and Yon. I'm sure I've seen somebody else do it. So if I have, and I'm not naming you, forgive me. But most recently I saw DJ from Hither and Yon do it. And I said, oh, I can get some drawer space if I do that. Because the cabinet that I have them in is, I need 2 pieces of this. So let's just do the 2 pieces at the same time, which will make it easier for measuring when I do the other side. So I can move this out of the way a little bit. But that's nice because I had a washi in a drawer in one of my crafting things, and now I can just hang them and they're there when I need them. I mean, I can see them actually because they're hanging, and I remember to use them more, first of all. Second of all, I get to look over and see. I'm pointing over to my cabinet where they hang. And let's do this another way. Let's do this like this, because this one's a little bit longer. This washi is not sticky by any means. I don't know why, but we're gonna make it stick. And if this doesn't work, we're gonna use the art glitter glue, because this is where it's gonna live on this beautiful page. So I'm just trying to line it up. Sorry if I'm out of frame there. Trim this while I can. The other one we're gonna guess. And I wanted this just a little bit higher, which probably wasn't a great idea for this other page. but I can go in and snip that piece out if I have to. This washi is extremely thin. Let's get rid of what's on my... What I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim this little piece here and trim that little piece there. It almost looks like it's like a gold foil in there, which I think is pretty cool. So now I'm going to measure this one. Let's make a straight line on this one. I hope you guys can see, because I can't see my camera. So I just folded it up. It's where I want to trim it. And then we're gonna same. How pretty is that? So now this page, this dictionary page, because it's pretty full, I could trim this, which maybe I will. Let's do that. Let's see if it fits in my trim out, which it does not. So we're gonna fold it. Actually, I'm gonna fold it and do what my original plan for this was to add washi to this piece, just to give it a little something. Don't try to do too much to it when you're working on it, because you will tear it. But I made some faux Scotch tape, antique Scotch tape, and I just put it on the back of packaging from stickers that came with something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a little piece off. Get rid of that. And now I'm just going to add tape, and it's going to look like it was meant to be there. Now, the washi that I wanted to use for this is on this other roll, which is going to be this beautiful piece. And this one is thick. This one's pretty. I got a whole bunch of bees and words and maps and Tim Holtish. Some of them are Tim Holtz, but. And then all this beautiful, beautiful washi. So now this one, I should probably glue this page down. Should I? I'm just gonna, no, I'm not even gonna glue it. So same. To get it started, I'm going to put it up a tiny bit because this is wide and I just run it. I'm trying to get both sides because it's a little bit wider than my glue stick. And it's sticking to itself. And it doesn't have to be perfectly straight, but kind of straight would be nice. There we go. And then I'm going to trim it. Although, trim it. Oh, I almost cut the page underneath. I did cut the page underneath. Dang it. This little piece I'm going to fold over. And then I'm just going to fold this down. And if it doesn't stick good enough, then we are going to add some, which I think this is going to be perfect. Oh, how pretty is that? It's nice to, and it just gives it a little bit of weight. Adding that edge on a page that's fragile or thin kind of gives it a little bit of weight. And then because I ripped it, we have the Scotch tape, which kind of goes nice with this gold. And now we have this flip out. And then what else do I have here? Oh, I'm going to add my special little thing that I add to all my journals that I've gifted, that I've made. You'll see some flip throughs on my page. If you go back and look, I've done a few. And this is what I'm going to do. So, but I have made a special I think I got these from Nick the Booksmith, and I like to make it from the SheckMade library instead of the Ombre School library. So I printed these up on my computer, typed them up on my computer and printed them out. And then I will trim it. And then I will distress it. Sometimes I like to put a little piece of coffee dyed paper behind it, but I don't have any in hand. Scrap. So this, by distressing it a little bit, it will make it stand out. Anyways, let me cover my glue. So now that's going to be there. We're going to, you could score this. I chose not to. See, and this has it printed on there, but because I made my own, I can just put a piece over that, is what I usually do. So I'm just going to trim these a little bit more because they're sitting on top of each other. So I'm going to just give it a nice sharp fold with my bone folder. this here with the art glitter glue. And then that is going to go in here because I have a library card. And what I do with the library card is when the book is finished, let me just get rid of these. When the book is finished, I like to write the date of either the day I gifted it or the day I finished it, and that goes in here. But I also, on the other books, the authors have their picture and a little description about themselves. So what I do is I do the library card, and then I put the date of when it's finished or the date I gifted it, and then I add these fun pictures because I'm the author of the book. And then I put a little note saying, you know, to who it's for or what it is or why I made it or what the thought was behind it. And then it's fun because when they pull out this picture, they pull out this crazy, beautiful picture of me and butterflies. And then they have the library card that has the date on it. So we're going to add these. I'm going to distress this a little bit. I have a little overdue stamp that I usually put on this, but for this journal, I'm not going to put the overdue. And the back of this is not, I would like this, I printed this on like a cream card. So I want to muck it up a little bit. And I love this glass table for this reason. Because a lot of stuff, if you don't double print stuff, double-sided print stuff, and you don't want the back stock white or whatever it is, then you can just do this and then it looks like it's lived its life. These, I don't think I tend to, I'm not going to distress these because they're black and white. So we're going to leave them black and white. So now we're going to decide, because I think they pretty much go in the middle. That's where we're going to put this one. So, and I love to put these in my books, so the person receiving it knows that I made it, knows how much time and love I put into it, because I put love in every project that I make, whether it's making a junk journal or knitting or crocheting or sewing. I do all kinds of things because I'm a maker. I like to make things. I am not the one sitting and doing nothing. If I'm happen to be watching TV, I'm either knitting or crocheting or fussy cutting stuff. But how stinking cute is that? I'm going to put a piece of tape there. Again, I'm going to take this whole piece off just so I don't have to grab it again in case I need to. I'm going to just trim a little piece off. And the way I did this was Scotch tape and alcohol inks. And then you just let it dry. I'm going to do this. Sometimes I like to add another one. Like this. So that way That could have been shorter. That's all right. It's my book. It's for me. So that's that. So that is in there beautifully. I could have put a little glue behind that, I think. We don't need it. That's not going anywhere. This is, I think, one of my favorite things in this book so far. We have to come back to this. What are we gonna do? Cover up your glue, first of all. We are going to back this with, I started the envelope, I backed it with the paper that I used for the cover. So maybe this is the cover, this is the paper that I used for the inside of the book, the inside covers. Let's see. Maybe I'll do that. And then we can do another pocket maybe. So it'll be a pocket in the front, pocket in the back, and then I can either stamp on this or put stickers on this, because this is going to serve as an envelope. So let's do that. Let's move this pretty little book out of the way. And we are going to, I'm going to line this up to see where to cut it. It's got a funny shape on the back, but that's not going to matter because I'm just going to do it like this. And then we're going to take our big ruler. We're going to line them up. And we're going to take a little razor. Be careful. Just like that. Just like that. Magic. So this we'll put aside. And now this, I inked it because I wasn't sure what I was going to do with the whole thing. But I think this is going to be pretty. It's going to be pretty plain, but here's the, and, oh, this fell off my glue. Guys, I'm going to pause for a second. I'll be right back. All right. Now, we're going to glue this. What I want to do, mark where to glue to, because then we're going to cut it after. We're going to glue it first and then cut it. I'm going to use the dang nabbit. I have a little spot over here and things like to fall down, sorry. All right, so we are going to glue the paper with a glue stick. Then flip this. I'm gonna actually put something scrappy in the envelope because I think I went just a hair higher. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna line it up on the bottom at least. And if it's not perfect, it's okay to not be perfect. But if you put the paper in like this, it's gonna glue to the paper. You can take your bone folder and go over it. And then take this off. And just, I prop it open a little bit, just so it will dry. And then we're gonna cut it. And the great thing about doing it this way is if you've got the little pieces that open, you can go in with this little tiny thing and just put a tiny bit of glue in there, but look at that, perfect. We'll put that aside. And then I probably should ink. You can barely see it on this, but when it's held up to something else, when it's on the page, it'll show up better. I was a little off there, but that's okay. Nothing perfect. There's nothing perfect. What do you think? Cute, right? So now I have a train right on the right side of me, so if you heard that, I apologize. See, and nothing stuck to itself. So now I have this. I think I'm gonna, I was going to put this, excuse me, it's not long enough. So what I want to do is maybe would love to do 2 of them, but 2, I have a feeling it's not going to work. So I'm thinking just doing this and gluing it like this and then using it as a little tuck spot, which I think is going to be great. How pretty is this paper? Isn't it? Oh, God. Isn't it beautiful? I want it right in the center though. No, I don't. I'm gonna put it in the corner and I'm only gonna glue here and here. So I'm gonna glue right here. In here. And then I'm gonna put it right here. And then when we put a tag in, or papers or something. Oh, that looks pretty. I wish I had a bigger one. I'm messing with it too much because it's still moving. Now I have these journal cards. I love this. How pretty is that? I'm going to ink the edges and put journal cards in here. They can stick up. Oh, that's a great idea. All right. So we're going to put these two journal cards in there. So these are backed with like a coffee dyed print. So I'm wondering if I should, I'm going to just take a little bit of the corners off, the little tiniest spot on this 4mm, just because they won't be as sharp. One is done. Should do both of them at the same time. There are some other things that I'm going to be adding into this book, which is from my church that I go to every Sunday. One of our priests is in the Marines, and he just got deployed. He's going to be stationed in Italy, and he just celebrated his Mass on Saturday, which we didn't get to see him because I go on Sundays. And so in the newsletter, there's pictures of him. I'm going to add to my journal to keep him in my prayers. So these will go in here. How pretty are those? And then I'm going to add stamps or something. I haven't figured out yet what I want to do on this. But I also have these little envelopes. I will link who did this video. They're super cute, and it's made with a 6x6 paper, and I did mine upside down, so for it to be an envelope like this, I did my tab fold on the wrong end, but that's okay because it's going in my book. So it's going in my journal, and it's got these cute little edges, so I didn't ink up top here. And this is going to be fun just to put little tickets in, or little sayings, or actually my words I think I'm going to put in here, because I want to have words that aren't already in my book and attached to something that if I feel I want to add as I go through my journal, you know. And I'll have them in there for a little pouch of words. So how cute is this? So maybe we can do a video on these, on how to use up the 6x6 papers, but I promise I'll do it right. So this is the correct way up. How pretty are those? This, do I want to decorate? No, that's good. I'm going to add decorations after. So let's put this, let's find a spot. And I tend to put these in almost every journal I do, because I like the way it flips out. I gotta see where. I like to kind of make it even. It's gonna go back here. I think it's gonna go on this page, yeah. I like to put it in with washi, like we did this jelly print. I'm gonna put it in here because I want it to flip out this way. I think that's gonna be beautiful. So now, another washi. Let's find another washi. I thought I was done with the washi. I guess I'm not. So let's kind of I think I want to use this one. So I'm going to cut two pieces the same because you're going to do it on both sides. So I'll do this. Thank you, Washi. Thanks for playing. And how did I want to do this? Do I want to do it this way? Or do I want to do it this way? I want to do it this way because whatever we put in the pocket here will stay in the book in case it falls out of the pocket. And I think I'm going to do it at the bottom in case we put something tall in here. So that will give that a little bit of room. And again, I like to do that. Put it on halfway because the other half is going to go on the page. So we'll put it on the edge of the page. I like to give it a tiny bit of room. And then it'd be nice if I could hold it in place. There we go. Could actually paper clip it and then do this. It would probably been smarter if I paper clipped it right here where I wanted it. And then we're going to do the same thing here. Again, I love adding flip-ins like this because it just, it's fun to add after the fact of all your pages being in. It's fun to add them after. That's it. Let's see if I can grab it. Oh, gotta go over a tiny bit more because of this. There we go. Nice, nice rub. How cute is that? This, I'm gonna cut up, I think I'm gonna cut up some of these words and put them in here. Put a paper clip on it, and that can sit in there. I'm gonna maybe put stickers, flowers, or something here. But so far, this is what we have. How pretty. What do you think? Leave me a comment. Let me know if there's something you think I should add, if you think there's something you want to see, if there's something I've done you want to see me do, make a video of it, let me know. And I'm gonna go for now. I'm gonna think about what else I want to do to this, and hopefully I'll hit record next time I go to add something onto this and continue working on it. And this is like a muslin material. I wanted to talk about this. It's a muslin material, and I just ripped it down. So because it's so plain, what I did was I took this ribbon-ish thing, it's on a spool, and I laid it on it, and I just stamped on it with my ink. I used a blue and a brown, and that's how I got these beautiful designs on it, which I am absolutely in love with. The things you can do. And then I'll just show you real quick what this is going to look like, because this is one of my favorite parts, is adding dangles. And I just added buttons. This was just an extra piece, and I figured I might as well use it on my book and make a dangle. How pretty is this? Isn't that beautiful? I am really enjoying this one. So to Hither and Yon, thanks for getting me started on this with your angel digitals. They're beautiful. My porch prints for these beautiful words. And that's it. Stay tuned. Maybe there'll be another craft with me video on this, and if not, it'll be a final flip through. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys all have a great day, and bye for now. Take care.